The only way to do this as a coaching, as a consulting and coaching, like what we are doing right now, this is how it works. We structure our business in such a way that you sell the accountability as a monthly retainer basis. But you also have to be careful, which is if you only teach one skills, let's say for example you only teach Facebook ads, and people learn Facebook ads already, they don't need you anymore. That's what happened to me last time.
Yeah.
Because I only learn one thing only, that's it. And once they learn everything already, they don't need me anymore. That's the big problem of most of the coaches or whatever consulting they're trying to do this way. So the way to overcome this is that you have to you yourself have to make sure you have to learn and equip yourself with the skills with more than one skills.
Welcome to the iSearch podcast. Today we have Casey Lau on the show. So Casey has coached multiple entrepreneurs to go from zero to making 500,000 to 1 million per year. So today I'll be discussing with Casey on how to start and grow an online consulting, teaching and also training business in 5 proven steps, even if you have no followers or you're just getting started. So welcome to the show, Casey.
Hi, thanks Benjamin for inviting. I'm glad to be here as well.
All right. So I'm very excited to get started to learn from you about this topic. So could you share with us, can anyone start a consulting, coaching, teaching business? And what are the steps and also the criteria to get started?
Yeah, definitely. Just to give you a big overview to everyone who are listening right now, I myself actually starting from zero. I was an employee for 10 years, a broke employee for 10 years. After working for 10 years, I only have about $150 US dollar in savings. That's about less than 1,000 ringgit in Malaysia. So then I start implement everything on myself. I learn and implement everything on myself. And then I start to teach my people how to do the same. So I have all the people who really they are literally from a newbie, and then they go from making so much money and then step by step. So usually how it works is that one of the most so-called myth that people think is that, oh, I'm not famous and I'm nobody, I don't have any fans, I don't have any subscribers, I'm not YouTuber, so can I launch anything? Will people really buy? So that's really the number one things that people have in their head. Some of them they're working for so many years already, or they have so many experience, but they don't know, they have this thought that bug them, and then so that they don't take actions. So usually from my own experience, because I'm a nobody, even though right now I probably a nobody also compared to some other people, the one thing that most people do not realize is that it really doesn't matter whether are you famous or not famous. The one thing that really matters is that do you have the result or do you have a solutions for the people that you want to serve. In this case, I think step number one is people who want to get started, you need to be very clear who is your target audience. Target audience, who do you serve? Most people who never done this before, usually they say my audience is everyone. Just like you serve only healthcare clients. I serve only entrepreneurs in the teaching, trainings, consulting and coaching industry because it's the same line. So a lot of other people, they try to serve many people so that it will become like Rojak, you see. So when you're a Rojak, especially when you're nobody will come to you. So the one thing that is very crucial is that you need to nail down who exactly is your audience. Really specific, you can imagine in front of you or they just stand next to you. So for me, initially when I first started, and because I'm new, so I try to take everyone. I try to take clients from property, I try to take clients from insurance and education and so many things. But as time goes by, I become better and better in business. So I realized that you can't really serve anyone because they have different problems in their own industries. Healthcare have healthcare problems in the business. Education have education problem in the business. So I started to nail down everything to just starting from people who are focusing on teaching and training and then consulting and coaching. So then I realized that, okay, these have similarities. So the first step for people who are listening right now is you really need to nail down who is your exact clients. Exact clients mean down to the exact the sub niche, which is you cannot say I serve entrepreneurs who are insurance and property. These are two different audience. So you need nail down to only one. So you need to become that the so-called expert even though you are nobody yet, but you need to position yourself that you are the best and the top person in that niche. Let's say, for example, I position myself in the teaching and training, of course, consulting and coaching. So these are same niche. So I position myself in that. In some of marketing, I only talk to educations and only talk to training because I know their background very well because I come from training backgrounds, so I know their problems. So when you are in this niche, right, then like you're already 50% there already. Let's say for example you target insurance or you target education. Not many people are in there, so you become suddenly the first person that they will think of. They will think of you. So at the end also, that's the first thing. The second thing is that now I'm a nobody right now. So if you are nobody, then the next thing is how do I want to get myself known in this niche? Let's say for example I'm in educations and training and coaching, right? How do I want people in my niche, but the people in this niche know about me? Like if you serve property agents, so how do you want to let the property agents know that you exist? This is where actually marketing come in. Marketing comes with you need to learn paid advertising, Google Ads, YouTube Ads, Facebook, and all these things. But usually when you start up, you don't have to learn so many things. You only focus on one thing only. So the best usually is focus on Facebook ads. Even though there are probably a lot of troubles right now with Facebook ads, but doesn't matter. It's still a good place to start because it's easier to start. So you need to get traffic to come to you, right? So the third thing is that you have to answer the question, why should I trust you? So, okay, the first step is you have to do a lot of exercise, thinking, and brainstorming on your own. Okay, this is the niche that I want to serve. And this niche is not a small niche. Like, small niche, for example, is like I only train hamster to do what? That cannot be, that's impossible niche, is it? You want to be in a niche that actually is big enough. Let's say, for example, those people who are in business, usually a three major market. One is the what I call the business market. The other one is on the investment, those financial investment market that dealing with money one. You either teach people how to make more money, invest to make more money. So these are the one market. The second market is the health market, which is what you're in right now. Health market can be you can serve, you can teach people yoga, you can serve people on like this clinic, you can serve dentists. So dentist is a niche. Then the third market is on the relationship market. So usually when you want to kickstart, right, even though you're nobody, right, you just pick one, that's it. Either something to deal with money. Deal with money is business and investment, financial investment. So these are in money. So then the second one is the what they call healthcare, the health industry. The third one is the relationship. That's the first step. Then after that, you need to go further down again because in business world there are so many entrepreneurs. You investor is also like stock investment is called in business niche in the money niche. Then the crypto investor also in money niche. People like us who teach people how to increase their sales and generate leads also in the finance the what you call the business niche. So usually you need to find out who exactly is your audience. Like you can imagine in front of you, this is the property agent guy. I only serve property agent. For me, I only serve entrepreneurs in the teaching and training industries. Okay, so coaching as well. So these are the things. Then after that, you need to get people to trust you. When you are nobody, where there are so many competitions out there are so many so-called guru out there or big names out there. So you have to answer the question, why should they trust you? The most effective way, what I found out, it's you can start with videos, webinar. Webinar is you recording like the step by step in a presentation, and then you record the whole things, and then you let people watch. So that's one. So webinar is a skills. A lot of people think that, oh, I just do webinar, that's it. I just come up presentation and that's it. But webinar is a skills. It really took me quite some time to learn the skills. So skills in terms of like, it's a presentation. You record the presentation, but how do you want to structure your presentation in such a way that it will generate curiosity, it will position you as the authority, and you will get people to buy your story, and at the end, you will also spark their thinking and say, yeah, how come I never think of this? I think you got a solution. I want to learn from you. So there's a structure to learn from the web to learn how to structure the presentation in such a way that it can get you sales, it can get you leads, it can start getting people to trust you within 40 to 45 minutes webinar. that's the second thing. So first thing, get a niche. Second thing, answer the question, why should I trust you? Which is the webinar. Webinar is only one small part only. Then you need to have other enhancer to increase the trust level. So usually what people do is that, okay, I probably see your ads, I watch your webinar already. Then the next thing is that they will start to Google you, whether you have a website, whether you have a Facebook page. They will start to
See your
they will start to
testimonials.
they will start to see, they will start to click on your Facebook, then type your name on Facebook, and then they will start to see. The first thing is say, can I trust this guy? Is it a scam? Because there's so many scams out there. So usually they will start to search you on Google and they'll see whether there's any scam review or not, number one. So if you don't have a website yet, because usually a nobody, you don't have time to do the website yet, doesn't matter. So at least you have a Facebook page, you see. So Facebook page, and then you make sure your Facebook page is credible lah. It means that your face is there, your name is there, your name. Let's say for example, I say my name is Casey, and then I really can find Casey Lau in my Facebook page, and then that's where actually slowly step by step you get people to, oh, I search you, oh really, this is the picture. So you want to be credible, right? Especially when you're nobody, right? So you need to show your face. Like we are showing our face, right? So at least people can see and trust us. This is not a scam guy, you see. So people like us, we are in coaching industry and teaching industry. The credibility is really important. I find it, some people are very funny. They use a cartoon photo and all these things because they say I want to lay low. So usually, come on man, you say you are nobody and then you want people to trust you, and then when I click on it, you are cartoon. So that's usually some small trick that really get you ahead of other people. So when you are nobody, you want people to see you as often as you can, your face. So you just make sure your face is everywhere lah, in your ads, and then your Facebook is searchable, and then your name is synchronized lah. It means that you're Casey Lau, and then it's really on your website also Casey, and then your Facebook is Casey, your YouTube is Casey, your Instagram is Casey, so that people can search you. So usually what I do is I use the same photo in everywhere. So it's like when you talk to me just now, I say this is the same shirt, right? Yeah, it's the same shirt actually, and it's the same background when you see my ads also. So this is one way to make sure that, hey, I'm not a scam, you know. So that's one thing. So that's a second thing. So niche, building trust, webinar, and then the enhancer of building trust, which is all your social media presence. You see your face, you record your videos to talk about how you teach and then about your life, so people can know this is the real guy. So now trust level is solved. The third thing is that you have to start running traffic lah, which is I need to get more people to know me, because you need to play the numbers game. Because not everybody will buy from you. So a lot of people, when you are nobody, right, once you solve the first two puzzle, the third puzzle is that you need to learn how to do advertisement. This is another skills to learn. The first is a business skill, the strategy skills. The second one is a webinar skills. The third one is a marketing skills. Marketing skill involve marketing funnels. You do landing page, and then you do the ads, the integrations, the email marketing skills. So these are the things that you need to learn one by one, and it won't happen overnight one. A lot of people come to me, usually they want to make 1 million in 24 hours. I say it won't possible. So I say you need to learn these skills step by step. So the only way to learn is really to stretch your timeline and expectation, say that you won't make 1 million 24 hours. It probably takes you 6 months to make probably 10K or first 20K, and slowly step by step. So usually this is how I advise my clients because I deal with so many people, and I really see this, I want to make 1 million in 90 days guy. So I usually manage the expectation upfront, which what I shared with you just now. So once you got the traffic already, then traffic means that you learn Facebook ads. You can start with Facebook ads first. You don't have to listen to other people. Oh, the YouTube ads is the best right now, I should learn YouTube ads. You either pick one only, because as a nobody, we don't have time to learn so many things. You see, we need to deal with our offers, and then we need to serve clients. We need to deal with the service, and then we need to deal with all these technical issues. There's so many things to take care of.
Yep.
So I usually only advise people that you only pick one. So if you want me to advise you right now, you can start with Facebook ads, because I think that's the easiest way to do. YouTube ads, you need to record video. Google ads probably okay, but it might not as effective as Facebook. So usually I will start with Facebook first. Then you will start to see numbers, people will start to click, and then they will start to register to listen to your webinar, you see. Then we need to play the numbers game. Numbers game means that usually what we find out is that let's say for example 100 people register to listen to your webinar. So okay, out of 100, 10% of people usually will buy you straight away. It means that they are the type of the so-called the dominance or the eagle type. It means that okay, I roughly see something what I want, I can trust you already. That I'm the guy actually. So usually 10% of people that will probably engage you instantly, even though you're nobody. Even though you're nobody with no fans and no followers, so this thing doesn't matter because once you able to talk their pain point of what they're facing. Let's say for example you are in educations right now. I know most of the tuition providers or tutors they are doing one-to-one and then they don't know how to one-to-one you cannot scale because you are capped. So then all of them want to know how to do group classes. So this is the one big pain that I know I can hit. So then usually I will just say, I'll just structure my presentation nicely. So one of the points is that, are you teaching one-to-one right now and are you facing an income cap where you cannot grow? So that's one of the pain point. So understanding, which is go back to part one, understanding your niche is very important. So you probably need to do a little bit of research or interview with some of the people that you want to serve. Let's say for example you are serving property agents, then you need to find a few property agents and ask them, hey, what's the problem that you face in terms of in the marketings or in the sales? Then they will tell you everything. This is actually where you collect the points and where you put inside your webinar as a bullet points that talk to them. Okay, are you having problem in finding leads and all this thing? So for my one is that my education's entrepreneurs I roughly know already. Number one, they don't know how to start, they don't know how to kickstart their marketing, they have no idea how to do it. The second point is that they are doing one-to-one, they don't know how to switch to group classes. Number three is that even though they are doing group classes already, but I don't have enough numbers. And number four, okay, how do I get to 60K per month? How do I go from 0 to 10K per month? Then after that 20K, 30K, 40K, how to do it? So they don't have the whole idea. So I've been through the whole journey. I also have clients go from literally from 0, then 7K per month, then 10K, then 15K, 20K, 50K, 60K, and 100K per month. So I really have people like that. And if you ask me when I first started, I also like most people who are listening right now, I'm a nobody. But it's just that I worked for 10 years in the training industries, not 10 years, the last 5 years probably, the first 5 years in factory, the last 5 years in training industry. So I roughly know what is the pain point of people in the training education industry. That's actually helped me to kickstart everything. So then after that, that's actually how you gather the points, the bullet points to hit the people like, okay, the pain point of the people. Once you get 1 to 2 pain point, usually you can get their trust already. In their head, usually they will start thinking, how come this guy
This person understand me.
how come this person understand me? So eventually you will no longer become like how
Total
many fans you
stranger.
have. Yeah, how many fans you have. You show me how many followers you have, then only I trust you. It's no longer like that, you see. It's all the way down to how come this person understand me so well. How come this person know my problem? I think this guy should have a solution. Let me try and see. Let me try to contact this guy and see whether he's a real deal or not. So then what they will do is that they will just Google and search you. So like I said, once you have traffic, when you run advertisement to your webinar, and then after that, what they do is that they will Google you, search you to solve the trust issue, and then 10% of the people they will engage, they will contact you, WhatsApp you, Messenger you, email you to talk to you on the spot. Then that's 10%. So this 10% you can easily get the sales one. That's one. So like I said, so that goes down to even though you're nobody, you can straight away make money within like 30 to 60 days if you get everything right. Then the other 10% will never buy from you. Regardless of how good you are, the other 10% will never buy from you. They probably are your hater also. They will try to make fun of you. They will say you are a scam and everything. These are like another 10%. So we have 10% who will buy instantly, 10% will never become your customers, and then there's a big chunk of 80% there. So a lot of people don't deal with this 80%. So how we deal with this 80% is that we constantly engage them through emails. It means that we write emails to talk to them. even though they don't reply, but we know they read the emails, because with the software, the CRM software, that you can really see they are clicking and reading the email, they open your email. So this is what you know. So usually one email is not enough. So usually we need to engage them on a weekly basis. So we send them at least one email per week if you're just getting started, so that to catch up with them. That's one way. Then the second way to deal with this 80% is usually we invite them to join a Facebook group, or we can invite them to join a Telegram group. So because some people don't read email, they go to a spam. So then we engage them through Telegram. We post something, our sharings, our teaching. So when you are nobody, you have no customers, you have no testimonials, it's fine. So what you do is that you just share what you know. You just share everything that you know. They won't, even though you share everything, right? Usually they cannot do it themselves. There are so many little issues that they are stuck. So they need your help to get rid of all those small, to ask you and to solve those small issues. So and a lot of people, I make the first mistakes last time as well, which is, should I share everything? Once I share everything, then they know everything already, then they won't come to me. Usually that's the first thinking. When you are nobody, what we find out is that you have to share everything. So once you share everything already, then that's actually how people will see, or you really know what you're talking about. And then you gain my second level and third level of trust. So usually this 80%, it will take really long time. People come back to me 2 months later, 6 months later, 1 year later, 2 years later, and 3 years later. I really have people like that. Hey, 2 years, I saw your ads 2010, 2020. So are you still doing? Luckily, you're still here. No? I have people like that. So you see, a lot of people they just abandon this 80%. So when you abandon this percent, you miss out a lot of money, you see. So then once you get the trust, that's where actually usually we invite them to come for the class. For tuition providers or tutor education providers, usually they need trial class. For trainers, consultants, and coaches, if you want to solve the last puzzle, which is closing the deal and get cash, usually you need to have a Zoom meetup sessions or phone call sessions. So we do everything through phone call session and sometimes Zoom sessions, and we have a scripts on actually how to close the deals entirely online. So going back to the question, is it possible that people can start an online teaching, online training, online coaching, online consulting? It's totally possible. You think it's not possible because your knowledge is limited. That's the problem. You do not know what you don't know. You do not know actually there are people out there doing this. You do not know, well, actually it can work this way. So it goes down to whether are you improving fast enough that allow yourself to move out one level, whether it's go from nobody to making money, whether it's go from 5K to 15K, whether it's 15K to 50K or not. So these are the things that it's so crucial. There are so many skills that we need to learn along the way, but the fundamental is that you need to make sure you keep learning. You never stop learning.
Yeah, I mean, just to recap so far what you have shared. Okay, so out of 5 steps, right? Let's go through like just a brief summary. So the first step is to identify your target audience, your target niche, which are the specific group of audience that you wish to serve, know their pain points and whatnot. And then the second step would be to have a webinar to show to people why should people trust you, and also to build the credibility. And the third step would be the marketing part, which is maybe to run like Facebook ads or Google ads or YouTube ads. So what are the remaining 2 steps?
Yeah. The third step is the marketing, right? The fourth step actually is you need to invite them to come for Zoom sessions, like what I mentioned just now.
Okay.
Phone call session or Zoom sessions or meetup. So some people, let's say for example, for me, I do everything entirely online. So all my business are entirely online. All my clients, they would never meet me before, but we actually are friends in WhatsApp. We really communicate each other like really friends. We have people that become friends, but we never meet each other. You think it's impossible, right? But it's really happening. So you invite them. Once you gain their trust, the 10% or partly of the 80%, the 10% will book a session with you. You invite them to book a session with you through Zoom, and they want to ask you more questions. Okay, so if you are insurance agents, also you can do like that. So insurance is part of consulting industry, ma. So you consult people about their financial and their health, their wealth planning on this thing. So you invite them on Zoom, then actually you can go down to meeting face to face, or you can straight away go to a face to face meeting directly. So we don't do face to face meeting lah, we just do Zoom lah. So but we build our credibility in such a way that when you come to search me, you won't doubt I'm a scammer anymore. So I have websites to talk about my stories. I have webinars to let you see. I have students testimonial. I have a Facebook page. I have Telegram to make sure anywhere you find me, you can find the same picture and you can see I'm really talking there, so that you won't doubt I'm a scammer anymore. So after that, then it's easily for me. Hey, they will ask, hey, what's your service like? Can I know more about it? Then usually we invite them to a Zoom call. Then the Zoom session is the fourth step. The fifth step is where you need to close the sales during the Zoom session or phone call session. The Zoom session is very simple, but what you want to talk and what question you want to ask in the Zoom session is very crucial. So usually it comes with multiple mini steps again. Number one is building relationship. Number two is setting expectations. Setting expectation means that, hey, at the end of sessions, this session, what is the purpose of this session? So we set expectations. Then we tell them, okay, during this session, we ask a few questions. You can also ask us a few questions for us to find out more about your business, what is your challenges, and so on. And then from there, we can give you an answer whether we can help or not. Then after that, if we can help, after we ask question, okay, I think I already can help you. So would you want to find out what we have for you? Then after that is where you start to talk about your service. What do you offer us? And then the last step in the closing step is where you ask for money. Are you okay? This is what will help. You have this problem, right? So usually what we do is that we coach you how to, let's say for example, education industries. They have this problem of one-to-one going to group classes. So one of our things that we teach you is that we teach you how to switch from one-to-one to group classes. Okay, we have the step-by-step to guide you how to do it. That's number one. We also teach you how to run marketings for your own education business or training business or coaching business, so that you will know how to use Facebook ads, and you know how to set up those landing pages, you know how to come with the copywritings and so. And then the third thing is that we also teach you how to, we also have the support, which is like any question you don't understand, you have direct access to my WhatsApp and my Zoom. So we reply you straight away. And then the other thing is that, okay, I have also this template, which is ready-made template that you can use immediately. And if you don't understand, you can ask me in the WhatsApp or whatever, Telegram or Facebook group that we have. So usually we present in such a way that whatever your problem that you have, we already cover most of the things. We already have the solution for it. So what do you think? Then we wait for the answer. Usually it's a yes or no. By then, usually it's only the answer of whether they can pay or they cannot pay. If they can pay, it's an immediate sales. So of course, like for example, let's say for example 10 people come, sure one say can pay one, but the other 9% will say I think about it and I'm worried about all these things. So that's where actually we need to tackle the objections for the 9 people lah.
Yeah.
So from there, then after that we deliver our service to them. Whether you are providing a service, whether you're providing a service, whether you provide teaching or coaching, whatever it is. So usually the 5 step is designed in such a way that you know who you want to serve. Okay, this is your internal staff. Then the second thing is that how do I want to get them to trust me? Then with the social media, the picture, the name, all these things, you can show your face. That will solve the 50% of the trust issue. Then after that, we need to play the numbers game by knowing how to do marketing, because we need numbers to come in. So 10% of the people will usually book a call with you, and then they will ask you questions. And during the call or during the Zoom session, you need to ask the question with a script that we have. We actually have the script, by the way, that actually you can ask according to the questions. So the question also designed in such a way that it will lead you to close the sales easier. So you start with build relationship, and then after that asking questions. It's like a doctor, hey, how are you? And then saying where you're not feeling well. At the end, okay, I know what's your problem already. You don't need surgery. You only need this pill. We have the pills. You want to buy or not? If you want to buy, go to the counter and pay. It's just like a doctor, but we are just position ourselves in the doctor of our niche. It's just like I position myself as a doctor in the education niche, the training niche, the teaching niche, the consulting niche. So you are the doctor in healthcare niche. So for people who are listening to this right now, you need to position yourself as the doctor in what niche for what people. There are some doctor only specialize in cardio, the heart surgery. There are some people only specialize in the what gastro, intestine, all these things. So what doctor are you? What specialist are you? If you nail down everything, yeah, there are many steps. There are skills to be learned. But if you nail down this thing, right, usually in the customer, in the prospect eyes, you are already a 50% expert already, regardless of whether you have one followers or 10,000 followers. It really doesn't matter. You see, that's the
Got
whole
it.
big picture.
Got it. I mean, there's one benefit of this COVID pandemic in the sense that people are used to Zoom already. So, like maybe
Yeah.
before COVID, you have to meet your leads or prospect face to face. Now you can easily scale by having a lot of meetings in one day by just being at your home or somewhere else with just
Right.
Zoom.
So COVID usually help to make the Zoom more mature lah. But to be honest, before the COVID usually we don't even meet the customer also. We face to face we all our calls is only all our customers only go through Zoom or go through phone call. That's it. So the key thing I want to highlight to everybody is that it's possible you do everything online. You just have to lay the foundation that why should I trust you? So that's where the work need to be done on the social media presence. You can post about your pictures or you can post some videos. Then your webinar things. These are the things that are so crucial to solve the front part lah. Why should I trust you? How do I know you are not a scam? So these are the things lah. Then COVID come, it makes the Zoom more mature. It makes the online things more mature. Then it gives you 70% ahead. So that's the benefits I would say.
Okay. I mean, out of the 5 steps, I think that one step is very important, which is the marketing part. So, what are some strategies that you can recommend for people who wish to get started with, say, Facebook ads or YouTube ads?
You see, a lot of people there are so many so-called newbie guru people that promote this Facebook ads and then talk so many. Let's say, for example, the marketing topic. They make this topic until so hoo-ha that people will get confused. Actually, it's actually very simple only. We don't really have a lot of tactics that really so advanced because it's just a let's talk about Facebook ads. Facebook is just a tool to us. That's it. But most of the newbie or people that do not know marketing at all, they think Facebook ads is everything. Facebook ads just Facebook ads is only takes up 20% of the whole equations. So the main thing actually is that how do you want to solve the trust issue, which is takes up the 80% of things. So when it comes to Facebook ads, we usually have a combinations of we use pictures and also use videos to combine both of these things in Facebook ads so that we can maximize the exposure and opportunities that people, because some people only there are some people okay with pictures, some people they will buy you more with videos. But I understand videos for a total newbie, right? It's very hard to do because you have no idea what to say and all these things. So usually, like that's why I say Facebook ads are easiest to start because you can start with a what they call
Pictures.
pictures. Again, of course, if you learn Facebook ads, right, and which you can easily find from Google and YouTube anyway, those are really good enough for you to start. So tactics is very simple only. You need a very good copywriting that talks about them. Copywriting is a skill, but you can learn that easily. Like for newbie, you can learn that easily from YouTube also. But YouTube usually is very everywhere lah. So if you want a complete solutions, right, you find one mentors to teach you from A to Z. So the point I want to highlight is that don't just think Facebook ads is the gold mine of for you to make million. It's not, because it's only take up 20% of the whole business equation. So tactics, there's really not so much tactics. I think most of the advanced player are doing right now, which is we run ads, we run multiple ads, we test a lot of ads, we make sure, because some people they only do one ads and then if it's not working then they kill the ads and then say, oh, Facebook is not working for me. I spent so much and it didn't work. The problem is that it's not that it's not working. The problem is that you are not testing enough. That's it. So usually if you ask me what's the tricks or tactics, is that you need to test enough. Test enough means that, okay, I need to test probably 4 photos. I probably test four videos, and then I need to see which one get me result, because we already know that not all ads will give us result. Let's say, for example, you think this is the best, right? Then when you run the ads, this will not work one. That's why most people, when they run only one ads, right, then usually you suffer lah. You don't know what's going on one. So for us, usually we run multiple ads, like we can run up to 10 to 30 ads in a day.
More.
Okay, that's one. But usually when you're a newbie, of course, I know that you don't have time to do it. So what you do is that you prepare upfront, probably you prepare 8 pictures, and then we test. So the same copywritings, the same settings, but probably picture 1, picture 2, picture 3 will work. Because we know that picture 1 probably do not work, but picture 4 will work. So this kind of different picture is the things that the key, I think, is massive testing now. And those technical setup integrations, all this, you might not, some of the newbie might not know how to set it up. The best way is find a mentor to guide you. Number one, that's the best way lah, because they've gone through everything, they know what to do lah. So these are the tricks so called. So we test multiple pictures, we test multiple videos, and we test probably 2 to 3 copywriting as a start.
Right.
So for a newbie like you probably can start with 2 pictures, 2 videos, and if you are not well versed in video editing or this thing, right, either you find a video editor to do for you, you prepare the materials and ask a video editor to do for you, and if you don't want to waste time, right, then I will replace the videos with photos. So it means that I'll prepare 4 photos, I'll prepare 2 copywriting. Copywriting is a skill, there's a formula to follow. So learn that no choice So 2 copywritings, 4 photos, and then with the targeting setup, I think that one is very easy So you just test this way and see which one get you the leads.
Right.
And sometimes if we test this way, it's probably not working. So we have to test another 4 again. So this is an ongoing work that many people do not expect. They only think, wow, I spend so much hours, so much to do this, and then end up it's not working. It's like that. The problem is like that. So we also think like that last time, but after that we become better and better in business, so we know that, okay, it's really not like that. So we have to be prepared that the first round, yeah, we spend probably a few hundred and it's not working. We know that will happen. So then what we do is we always be prepared every single week, so that we are not caught up by, hey, how come this is not working anymore? So we have a standby to test again.
Yeah. I think that the copywriting will be much easier once you already know what is your target audience pain point and just incorporate like the three pain points into the copy. Then you can relate more to your target audience.
Yeah, for a newbie, you can learn Google but usually you can easily learn that.
Yeah. Okay, one challenge with Facebook ads, right? Let's say if my niche is property agent or insurance agent, how do I target this group of people? Let's say property agent, because they wouldn't put property agent as their designation in their Facebook profile.
So usually we test multiple keywords. So we need to have our webinars and also landing page ready with the message put inside. So that's a pre-requirement. Then when it comes to running the Facebook ads, right, usually we test multiple things. We test property related keywords, and then we test property investment keywords, then we test probably the job search, the title keywords. So you have keywords to test, you have copywriting to test, and then you have picture and video to test. So if you combine all these things, usually you will end up like you probably have at least 10 combinations to test. So this is where actually we see this picture combined with this copywriting, combined with these keywords, it's not working. Okay, fine. So we usually use 3 to 4 days or 1 week to see. Yeah, we spend money and we wait for 3 to 4 days or 1 week to see. We spend the money, it's not working, we kill it. So let's go to number 2, let's go to number 3, let's go to number 4. This is working, so we let it run.
Okay, got it. So the next question is for introverted entrepreneurs who is shy to be on camera. How can they overcome this barrier or fear?
I want to let everybody know I'm an introvert. I'm a really introvert guy. So I cannot mix with the big crowd because it will drain my energy. To answer the question is that if you are introvert and then you are camera shy, right? Use me as examples. The only way is to really face it and slowly overcome it. How do I slowly overcome it is that I use a handphone right now, or I right now and then I just talk to myself slowly. So I think the big things that I want to tell everyone, especially those introvert, right? And when it's come to business, people need to see your face. Especially now, there are so many competitors, guru, newbies, scammers out there. Those scammer is the one that really don't show face one. They will hide behind a cartoon for no one. So now you have to ask yourself a questions. If you are not the scammer and you're introvert and you want to do business and you want to make money in business, then you have to answer the questions that, okay, I know some of you are thinking, need to show face, better don't, can I use other photo to replace? Then I will start asking you the questions. Let's say, for example, right now, you probably are seeing two pictures right now. I'm an introvert person and I decided to wear a mask or cartoon photo to appear in the video right now. And then Benjamin right now is my competitor. So I'm actually a cartoon right now. And then Benjamin is my competitor who's offering the same service like me. So you are watching this right now. You are in my position. You're thinking of hiding my face. And then you want to make money. So people who are watching this right now are customers. There are probably like 100 people are watching this video right now. I hide my face. And then you show your face. So which one you think the customer will choose? No need to think, of course, go to Benjamin, right? So now if you ask me, I convince myself because I know that I need to make money in business. If I don't show my face, nobody knows me. If I hide behind a cartoon, nobody knows me. I don't get the trust, they won't buy. So the key thing is to get the trust. The first thing to get the trust, I need to make sure you're not a scammer. The one thing that I need to make sure you're not a scammer, can I find your picture, your video, your face or not? You don't even have to be handsome and all these things. We are not handsome also. Probably Benjamin is handsome than me lah. So, but it doesn't matter, you see. As long as I see your face, is that you gain the trust already lah. So how do you want to overcome the camera shy issue? Is that you first accept that in this world, if you don't show your face, you are automatically fall in the scammer category. That's number one already. So especially when you're nobody, when you're a solo entrepreneur, when you're just getting started, right? It's so crucial that people need to see your face. So all my social medias, all my website, all my Telegram, everything, I try to show my face as much as possible.
Yeah.
So then the next thing is that talk to the camera, talk to your handphone. Then it makes you become easier. So of course, when at the very beginning, sure, very hard. You have to accept that. So once you accept that, I cannot run away from showing face because I don't want to become the scammer category. Then once you accept that fact already, now the second step is much more easier, which is how do I talk smoothly in front of camera? Because I'm not hiding anymore. Now I need to overcome the second issue, which is how do I want to talk smoothly? So the first issue is that I'm introvert. That one is no longer a problem. You have to accept that already. So like that, then you talk better and better. Then that's how you become better and better. This will take you probably a few days, a few weeks. If you accept everything, then usually very easy because you don't care how people look at you already. You don't care how people say about you. This one I'm not handsome. You don't even care already actually.
Yeah,
so people don't care. So this is how we overcome as an introvert.
I mean, I'm also an introvert. So how I overcome is that I switched the angle. So like most of the introvert entrepreneurs would think, okay, I don't want to be on camera because I'm too ugly, I'm too fat, I'm too this, I'm too that. But then the problem is you only think about yourself. How do you look? How do you speak?
Right.
But if you just switch the angle from how do I look to how can I bring value to my target audience, and then suddenly it's like there's a switch going on already. It's like you're more focusing on how can you help people instead of how do you look. So
that's
how I overcome. Okay.
That's why important point.
Right. So just one final question before we go. So I would say that a lot of entrepreneurs start off doing service business because service business is like it gives you a lot of cash flow. But the only problem is that it's very hard to scale a service business. So for example, like let's say someone is doing like personal training service or someone is providing marketing agency services. So what is your advice for people who is in the services industry and they wish to jump over to this new like a coaching consulting industry so that they can scale? What is like the point to jump into this new industry?
I'm sure a lot of people right now, if you are doing services like what Benjamin is mentioning right now, personal trainings, fitness training, you have to be there to serve your customer, and you can only serve one customer at a time.
Right.
Some of you are like that. And then those of you are doing services, and then your service time is so long, and then you cannot get out of the hamster wheel. You're stuck in the service now, you cannot scale, right?
Yep.
Because the more you scale, the more you need to hire, the more frustrated you are, the more cost involved.
Yeah.
So usually, I've been in that position before. So usually, the only keywords is that you have to switch from service, instead of service people done for you. Usually, the right keyword is that if you are doing done for you means that I do everything for you. If you are that kind of person, then usually what you need to do is to go one level up, which is to do coaching or consulting. It means that I no longer do everything for you already, but I will teach you how to do it. You have to do it on your own. So that's a big jump. Not really big jump. That's a jump that you need to make. That's it. So you no longer like cook for them, but you teach them how to cook. You no longer like prepare all the fitness meal for them. You teach them how to prepare the fitness meal. Like another example is that if you're MC, if you're a singer, you're MC. You can only get a job when there's a wedding going on, there's a corporate event. You only can make money when you're a job. Let's say for example COVID hit and then all the company events shut down, you lose the job. So what you need to do is that you have to go one level up, so that you don't have to service the client anymore, but you teach the clients. So, and the best thing about teaching the clients or coaching the clients is that you can do something like what I'm doing, which is we recorded the main step by step. Let's say right, step 1 I already have the recording already. Step 2 have the recording. Step 3 have the recording. Step 4 have the recording. So what to do is that we record all the step by step in the videos, and then we put it into a platform like Teachable or whatever it is that you can organize it. Then once you put it in the platform, so then the only thing that you want to do is to give them accountability support, because they can log inside your platform and then they study everything that you have. The problem is that most people will give up because there are no people push them, there are no accountability. So what we do is that, let's say for example you are doing done for you, you are doing what I call coaching right now, then you need to coach and give them support on a weekly support basis or daily support basis in terms of WhatsApp follow up, in terms of like there's a weekly live sessions that you can answer them on Zoom and all these things, group sessions. Then at the same time they can study your recording materials anywhere they want, anytime they want. So if they have questions, you can tell them, hey, you can ask me in the WhatsApp, I can reply you 24/7 and all these things. So these are the things that how we support our clients. Usually I support in such a way that you can ask me anytime and then I will reply you, but you have to study my materials. But you can arrange your time. Let's say for example you're only free on midnight, then you study at midnight, then you ask me at midnight. When I wake up, I answer your questions. That's my benefits of my coaching. That's why people like my coaching, because it's so flexible and then I can reply them straight away. So you don't want to have no WhatsApp support. You don't want to have no WhatsApp support and then only have 1 week only one Zoom session. That's too late already, because I probably have problem on Monday. Then you ask me to wait until Friday to have the Zoom session. Usually it's not practical anymore, especially in these centuries where everything happens so fast. Yeah. So to answer the question, done for you service, the only way for you to jump off the hamster wheel is you have to systemize. You have to go one level up, become a coaching. So you are MC right now, you don't want to start in the hamster wheel, got corporate, then only got money, no corporate event, no wedding, no money. So I go one level up, I become the MC coach. I become the coach that teach people to become an MC. Your student is the one who are doing the done for you service for them. They are one level down. They are the one who do the service. You are one level up. So when you are in coaching, when you are in this position, right, it doesn't matter how many clients you take, because you don't have to repeat the same thing, because it's all recorded already, you see. So even though you take 10 students, you take 100 students, or you take 1,000 students, right, it's the same, because they only have to log into the same platform and study everything, each on their own pace and on their own timetable. And you only make sure you're available to support them, answer their questions on WhatsApp or Telegram or Facebook group or whatever Zoom it is. That actually helps you to scale.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, one student you charge 5,000, 10 students 50,000, 100 students is 50,000. So you do the maths up, you see. So if you are doing service, right, time for survey, one client you probably charge like probably 6,000 or 7,000. But you have to do so many things, and then you have to hire people to do for you, and then you have to make sure you take care of the employee also. Then there's an employee issues, people leave and all these things. Wow, so many headaches, man. So one way to do is to switch over from done for you to coaching. That's it.
Okay, understand. Okay, one thing about services business, why people love it so much is because I get a very predictable income. Let's say I train this, I'm doing personal training, and every month I'll get this fixed income lah. But when I switch to coaching, would the fees be one off? Let's say if they watch all my videos already, and then they will just leave. So they just pay me once and then they leave. So in a way, then I'll earn lesser. What do you think of this?
I used to be in that position also actually, which is I only make one time money.
Yeah.
That is a separate. That's a next level of business model. How do you plan your business model? But I can give you the straight answer right now. I didn't do last time, but along the way I get it better and better. So I find out what's the best way to have consistent income like what you have in the service, which I pay you every month. The only way to do this as a coaching, as a consulting and coaching, like what we are doing right now, this is how it works. We structure our business in such a way that you sell the accountability as a monthly retainer basis. But you also have to be careful, which is if you only teach one skills, let's say for example you only teach Facebook ads, and people learn Facebook ads already, they don't need you anymore. That's what happened to me last time.
Yeah.
Because I only learn one thing only, that's it. And once they learn everything already, they don't need me anymore. That's the big problem of most of the coaches or whatever consulting they're trying to do this way. So the way to overcome this is that you have to you yourself have to make sure you have to learn and equip yourself with the skills with more than one skills. Let's say for example, you learn Facebook ads already. Okay, that's one program. Then after that, usually one coaching usually probably is like what, 1 month, 2 months support or 3 months support. So sometimes they learn already, they don't need you anymore. But we can actually sell the accountability, which is how I do it. How I do it, which is I teach you how to run and grow a business. I'm not teaching Facebook ads. Facebook ads to me in my program is only 20%. I teach like a full scale. I start with Facebook ads, but along the way I know that I will get killed because you only have one ammo. So I equip myself by learning from books, go to courses, go to seminars, learn from other people, and I figure out, okay, in order to grow a business, you need to learn business model, you need to learn how to do Facebook ads, you need to learn how to do copywriting, you need to learn how to do follow up, you need to learn how to do closing, you need to learn how to do you need to learn how to what I call scale. Scale means that okay, if I come, how do I go from 10K to 50K? So what is the operations procedure involved? So you need to always be fast enough to equip yourself so that people will always stick to you. Hey, what next I can learn from you? What next I can learn from you? When I first started my business, because I'm a newbie, I didn't really think about this thing because I'm really immature in business. But along the way, what I started to see, I get killed. Get killed means that people don't come back anymore, and it becomes so frustrating and so hard for my business. I always have to find new customers. So the only way to solve it is that you have to know more than one, not just one. You have to know more than 3 to 5 skills to help your customers. Let's say, for example, you know Facebook ads already. I learn about YouTube ads. I can teach them YouTube ads. I learn about Google ads. I teach them Google ads. Then TikTok ads. Then Instagram ads. So you need to always equip yourself with so many skills so that you're not a one skills coach where you only know this, and once they learn already, they don't need you anymore. So the only way for us in our positions, and you're going to jump, you want to make consistent, is that you have to sell you have to sell the accountability, which is okay, I know how to go from 0 to 50K to 70K and so. So in order to go this, it will take several process skills that you need to put in place. So usually what I do is that I sell the accountability. I sell the accountability right now, which is I'm actually charging you a certain amount every month, and it comes with the courses, the program that I recorded. But I know you will learn one time, and you know already. But I know that you learn that you can't go to 50K. Okay, if you think that you learn that you want to give 50K, you want to stop my service, it's fine. Then you stop lah. Then you cannot come back anymore. So there's this little trick that I make people to stick with me that I set the expectation to that you want to go from here to go here, right? I know what to do, and I also set the expectation upfront to tell them it won't happen in 1 month. It will happen up until like probably 1 year or next. Then the next thing is I'll also set the expectation and tell them these are the things that you expect that you need to do along the way, and you can't do it in 1 month. It will take you several months and up to 1 year plus to do this. So this is how I set the expectation and tell them, okay, this is what you need to do. And of course, you need to know what to do lah. Next lah. But if you're a newbie, right, no choice, you have to start with one first. Let's say for example you're a newbie, you just started to learn Facebook ads, you know how to Facebook ads already, you probably get some result for some of your clients already. No choice, you start with that first, you make money from that first. Then once you start making money, you invest those money into your brain to start learning what is the next thing I need to learn, so that I don't run out of skills to teach them. So that's one of the way to make sure you have people who pay you every single month, because wow, okay, you have to learn how to start. You have to learn in such setting the expectation in such a way lah. Even though, like for example, you probably do not know Instagram or TikTok ads right now, doesn't matter. But I can still tell them upfront, this is what you will learn in order to grow. So you have to you always have to be better and be faster than your prospect that you want to serve. Let's say for example, my clients are education clients. They are start from zero. So 0 to 1, 0 to 10K, I know what to do. Very easy only. You just need to make sure all the marketings and the things are done properly. 10 to 20K, then you need to increase the ad spend. But when it comes to increase the ad spend, the ads might not work. Your ads might get banned. So you probably need to prepare the Google ads or YouTube ads as well. So that's another skill. That's another reason you have to stick with me. But I know the skills because I always grow faster than my prospect. I always 2 steps ahead of my prospect. So I'm not worried that I'm running out of tricks, or sorry, not tricks, the skills to teach them. So at the end, it's all about packaging and setting the expectation upfront. They say, hey, this is what I'm specialized in. Okay, so I didn't tell people that I'm specialized in Facebook ads. I'm not a Facebook ads guy. I'm actually I'm a business guy, that business coach that specialize in only education and training and coaching industry. That's it. If you ask me to teach you e-commerce, I don't know. I know the whole overview, but I never done it before, so I don't want to teach. So I know my niche very well, and I invest my time to study, to learn, to talk to my customers, to see what's happening. Or you have this issue, okay, I need to learn. Like for example, many people come to me, hey, how to hire good teacher? I may not know right now, but I know people are asking already. So what I do is that I use the money and invest other coach and learn how to do it. Then I can teach my staff. Sorry, I can teach my clients. So this is how you always make sure you continuous learning, and you must always learn 2 steps faster than your prospect, so that you know how to answer them and know how to keep selling.
Yeah. So when they go into your program, they don't just learn about one thing. So as the longer that they stay, they also learn a lot of new things from you. So yeah, that's
right. So
that's how you retain them for the monthly recurring.
Then you have to structure your program well. So this is where you learn, because if you're a newbie, you probably do not know what I'm talking about. You become expert already of your brain. But when you do it, then you slowly know wow, there are people offering cheaper than me teaching Facebook ads. How? And then you die. It will happen eventually. So we always have to improve and make sure we have more than a few skills to help our clients. That is when you are in a coaching expert. But when you are in done for you service, you don't have to worry. I only specialize in Facebook ads. You come to me, I charge you per month this how much on Facebook ads. That's it. You pay me every month. So that's the pros and cons. But the problem is that you cannot scale. So now it's up to you. If you are in your if you are in this position right now, then you have to start thinking, what do I want at the end? Do I want to start in this hamster wheel but secure income, or I want to do something bigger? I probably can scale to other country. Like for example, I have clients from 16 countries. How do you think I can do it? That I can never do it with like done for you service. It's be crazy, man.
Yeah.
So I just sell the framework and then I teach them, okay, this is what you need to do. Then next month you need to do. The next month you need to do. So they will always have the expectation, oh, there's so many things that I need to learn. Okay, KC have the skills, and this is what KC price, and then I have to pay KC. So paying KC is painful. Whenever the money comes from your pocket, is painful. So what we want to do is that we want to make sure our staff works, and we want to make sure our clients get money in the first month. So that will build some trust. They will build another trust. They will build another confidence level. That's actually how they will stick with you. Okay. So our goal is that we want to have our clients make money in the first 30 days. So if you cannot promise that, you have to be good at it. So you have to be very good and know what you are doing so that you can help clients to make so much money in such a way that paying you is never a pain anymore. Paying you that money is become a peanut because they make so much money. I only record this money, but you have to pay me every month. But I will make sure I will give you accountability. I will push you to do work so that every month you make this much money, right? I only charge this much money so that you don't even bother paying me anymore. That's the trick. It's
Right.
tough, but that's the trick.
Yep. Okay, I think what you say is perfect, but I think it's not just money. Maybe like the first 30 days, let's say you are a coach, it's like the first 30 days you need to, let's say they are fat and you want to make them lose weight. First 30 days, you have to make sure that they at least lose some kg or whatnot.
1 kilogram, 2 kilogram, yeah, you have to do
Yeah.
whatever it takes. Like it doesn't matter what kind of tactic you teach them. You ask them to don't eat this, I don't care what you do, but you have to make sure you let them see they are losing 1 kilogram at least
Yeah.
in the first 30 days. Then they will start, wow, this really works. Then once they buy, okay, I start to see some progress already. Then they will start to see, okay, now I know
Can
in the
trust
long
you
term
already.
why. Once they trust you already, then it's easier for you to tell them now, okay, the first 30 days that I teach you is to help you to gain some momentum so that you can keep momentum going on, that our stuff is work. But to be honest, if you want to go the long term way, this is what you need to do. And it will probably takes you 12 months to really sustain it. So let's go to the 12 months and make sure you're done. So usually they will be very happy one.
Right.
So the first 30 days in our position is so crucial that you really need to know what you are doing.
Yeah. Because after you
Then
pass through
only
the
you will-
30 days, then the next
you should-
30 days will be easier, or the next 60 days will be easier already.
Yeah, 60 is very easy. So they will stick to you for quite long. But of course, you have to continue to do your job lah. You always have to make them so much money lah.
Got it. Okay, so this has been great. And to wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience before we go?
I think the one thing that goes down to our main topic today, how anyone can start a business, even though you have nobodies, you want no fans or this thing, is that it really doesn't matter whether you have fans or no fans. It really down to the confidence level. Confidence level comes from whether do you know your staff or not. And so let's say for example you're serving property agents. I'm serving educations and people who are entrepreneurs in the teaching, training and coaching. I know my staff. So the first thing is that you need to know your staff, that your staff can really help these people. So once you know your staff already, then usually you have the confidence already. Then after that, you just have to learn the skills from different mentors, or to make sure you know how the marketing works, how to come up with the webinars, and how to sell the integrations, how to sell it. So that's actually how I start. I've been a broke employee with only $150, less than 1,000 ringgit in savings after working for 10 years. Can you see how pity it is? I cannot even save money. So because I keep jumping from job to job. So then after that, during my last year, I look at my bank account and started crying in the car in the traffic jam. And why I'm so pity? Why I worked 10 years and I don't have the savings? I cannot even afford a simple trip. See, I cannot even, I'm so afraid that my car will break down because I have to fork out money. I don't have money, you see. I'll reach until a level that I become so sad that I decided to start a business. This is actually what prompted me to start a business. And after that, I used 6 months, sacrificed all my friends gathering, wedding, and all the hangout, weekend event, shopping, everything, movie time. I sacrificed everything and quit my job in 6 months. It means that I go from someone who only have less than 1,000 in savings, and after 6 months of sacrifice, I'm actually making about 20 to 30K at that time, which is I think about 5 years ago. So, and then I know after 6 months, I know that, okay, I know I can quit my job already because I know what I'm doing already. So, but throughout this way, I bang more a lot. I learn from this, I learn from there, learn from YouTube a little bit here and there. But the better way for everyone to start is to learn from one mentor. Learn from one mentor who been there, done that, go through the whole process already. You just pay that guy and learn from him and tell him, I need to know what you have. Tell me exactly what to do. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You need to find that mentor to tell exactly what to do. So that will help you to shortcut. Like for me, I use 6 months, but I know everybody cannot tahan 6 months because my 6 months is so extreme in such a way that I work 9 to 5, and then I go back straight at 5 because I want to avoid the traffic jam, and then I start working from 8 p.m. after dinner to midnight 1 to 2 p.m. every single day, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So that time during the 6 months, I'm literally like crying in front of my laptop every single day because I don't know what I'm doing. I cannot quit because I quit. I have to look at my bank account 100,000, less than 100,000 savings, which is not what I want. But if I continue, I don't know what I'm doing also because I cannot see what the future. So it's so painful that I have to cry in front of my laptop like literally every single day. Don't know what the hell I'm doing. So at the end, I just make it up because I don't have backup anymore. The moment I stop, I have to deal with my less than 1,000 savings. So it's so extreme and so painful in such a way that every morning I have to buy 2 to 3 cans of Red Bull to go to office because I know I'll be fishing. I'll fall asleep. So for those people who are watching this right now, you don't have to go through that painful and I know 90% cannot take it. So the best way is that get someone who's been there, done that to teach you exactly what to do, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that you don't have to go through the painful situation like me anymore. Okay. So that's the whole things to wrap out this whole thing.
Okay, great. Casey, has been a great session. Thanks for coming onto the show. Check out Casey's website down below, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for inviting for this session as well, Benjamin. Good to see you again.